Hello, greetings. Welcome to Verbling. Hi there. I'm Teacher Oakley. And for the next hour or so, I invite you all, any speaking abilities are welcome. I invite you to join me, and I'll be leading a conversation class. We're going to talk about elections. I really want any of you Europeans to join me because I really need somebody to explain the recent European Union elections. Excuse my ignorance, but I need some help here. In any case, we're going to talk about elections. All over the world, recently, there has been elections everywhere. In Egypt, in Syria, in European Union, everywhere. Uh, Are they meaningful? Do they mean anything? What is going on? Have you had an election recently where you are? Anyway, welcome to the class. Hello. I'm Teacher Oakley. Hi, Marcel. Awfully good to see you. How are you?
Hello, nice to see you again, Teacher Ugly.
Yeah,
It's a pleasure. Always is a pleasure. You know that.
the pleasure's all mine, Marcel. I assure you. Okay. Nice to have you aboard. Hello, Luo.
Oh, nice
Again.
to see you again, Oakley.
Oh,
Yeah.
always. Yes. Welcome. Whoa, Copanto. Co, Copan? Hi. Hello? Copanto 66. How shall I address you? Sir, you are muted. I can see you speaking, but I can see that your microphone is muted. So up above, if you scroll your mouse to the top there, you're going to see up here that there's a microphone up here, okay, with a cross through it. Click on that. Make sure that you're not muted. Okay. All right. It's up top. You just scroll your mouse, your little arrow to the top, and you'll see a toolbar at the top, and you can click on the little microphone to unmute yourself.
All right then.
You got it.
Okay.
I am a great. Whoa. It's the end of the world. Okay. Oh my God. Okay, I'm sorry about that. Sorry, buddy. I had to mute you again. I don't know what happened. You were perfectly loud and clear for a moment, and then something went horribly awry, and there was a loud hissing sound. I'm not sure what happened. Yeah, maybe there's some kind of problem there, I think, with your microphone or something. Something isn't quite right. Try working on that. Okay. Get my camera back. There we go. Okay, anyway, hi, Vu. And yeah, I'm sure you're right.
Good afternoon, teacher.
Good afternoon. Good to see you again.
Yes.
And hello, Rafa. Hi, Rafa.
Hello, teacher. Hello, teacher.
Hey, how have you been?
Yeah, I'm being very well, pretty well. Just a
Okay.
little sleepy because it's very early here, but
Okay, well, good morning. Rise and shine.
right.
Okay. All right, great. Glad you're here. All right, our topic for this conversation, for this class, is elections. Okay, Marcel, I'm really glad you're here. Marcel, tell me, did you recently vote in the European Union elections?
Yeah, that's right. But to be honest with you, I didn't vote.
You did not.
Yeah, because right now I think it's something general in Spain. People are totally disappointed with our politicians here in Spain and in Europe as well.
Yeah. Um, what I need some help here. Excuse my ignorance, but I have no idea how this European Union election thing works. Okay, what were your choices, Marcel? Who could you vote for? Just people from
Well,
your area, like that?
yeah. We have some politicians who represents Spanish people in Europe. You
Okay.
know, that parties are the same in Spain. You know, is the
Uh-huh.
same party. You know, there are several groups, but it's the same party in Spain. But they
Okay.
can represent us in Europe as well.
Okay, thank you. That helps quite a bit. All right, so they run along the same party lines as the regular political parties for the national government.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. All right.
But right now, you know,
Helps.
we have a special situation here in Spain because of European crisis. But in these elections happened something new, you know, because there are a new party, you know, with a lot of votes. You
Oh,
know,
really?
this, yeah. This is because people are unhappy, you know. People
Uh-huh.
don't believe in our political class, you know. They think they are people who try to steal in every moment, you know. When they have the opportunity to steal something, they're going to do. Yeah.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Totally corrupt. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. This is the word.
Yeah. I
The
think
perfect definition. Yeah.
okay. So there is an emergent or new political party?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, with a lot of votes. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
This party it's very curious, you know, because it was created 4 months ago, but right now this party have, I think, five politicians who is going to represent people.
Oh.
Wow, this is the end of the wall.
Yeah. Copanto, I think it sounds, I don't know what the problem is. It's very, very loud. I don't know, you've got to fix something. Not sure what you can do. I'm not that technological. Not sure how you can fix that, but sounds like you're sandblasting your computer.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Little scary. Yeah, quite loud. Okay, all right. That threw me off. All right. So this new party, what is their basic platform? Can you?
But yeah, you're asking about what is their program
Yeah,
when
exactly.
you say yeah, yeah. You know, they try to convince the more poor population in Spain. You know, because they talk about to cover our principal necessities, you know, like you have the right to have a place where you can to live, okay?
Hmm.
Uh, you have the right to work, okay? You know, because in Spain now there are a lot of problems with the banks because they want to take off our flats because we don't have enough money to pay
Uh-huh.
our mortgage, you know.
Right. Oh yeah, I do.
People have a lot of problems because they don't find a job because the rate of unemployment.
Oh my. Panto. Not working.
Time over.
Time out. Yeah. Still not working, Copanto. something very, very wrong. I really can't help because I've never heard that before, actually. Here at Verbling, I've never had somebody's audio make quite that sound. Yeah. Anyway,
Well,
okay.
yeah, yeah. In resume, I think this party have a very easy speech because there are a lot of problems in Spain right now. Okay.
Yeah.
They don't need a very difficult speech, you know, because if you say just four specific words, you know, people can understand everything.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm questioning: is it just totally reactionary, or is their platform, which political program and platform in English, same thing? Is it logical? Is there any sense to what they're saying? Do they have a methodology? Is it clear exactly what they would do and how they would do it, or is it just a reaction? No, people have the right to have a place to live and have a job. Well, anybody can say that. I mean, I can say that. Sure. Doesn't mean I should be elected for anything, ever. Right.
Yeah, maybe it's a little bit reactionary. Yeah, I think that it's right. Yeah, but I am ignorant about politicians as well. You know, I don't have any interest in that.
Okay.
I hate politicians.
Okay. Fair. You and half the rest of the planet, I guess. Okay. Actually, Rafa. Rafa, hello.
Hello.
Hello, Rafa. Rafa, where are you from again?
Yeah, I am also from Spain too.
Okay, I thought so. All right. So, how about you? Did you vote in these recent elections?
In Europe, there are and also in Spain, there are a lot of elections. Almost every year, you can vote one time for your village elections, city elections, later for your regional elections, later for the country elections. The next year, you can vote for European elections.
Oh my goodness, Rafa! You know maybe that's the problem with Spain. Everybody's being elected. There's no one left to work.
Come here.
Who's left? Who's left to work? Everyone's busy getting elected. Oh wow.
It's a little bit exaggerated, but that's one point. Recently, 2 weeks ago, there were an election to Europe for candidate to the European Parliament.
Right.
It happened, as Marcel said before. There were a contradictory situation because one party recently foundation. It was foundation only 3 months ago. Have a lot of votes. But normally here there are two parties, two big parties, the right-hand party and the left-hand party that are involved in every election and are the most important here. Yeah.
Okay, so they were founded 3 months ago. That is awfully fast to mobilize a political party with a clear platform. I mean, really, that is really fast. No kidding. Is this? I'm very, very curious. Is this political party? Is it more of clearly, it's not really institutionalized. It's only 3 months old. Is it more of a grassroots type party? Do you know what I mean by that? If I
grassroots.
Grassroots means it's a political. Okay, I guess a political movement or a political party, maybe not even organized enough to be a party. A grassroots movement is basically very loosely organized. More in reaction to a social or economic problem, more just a whole bunch of people who agree.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
And sort of get together and loosely organize. That's called a grassroots movement.
Yeah. Mm. It seems like, as you're saying, as it's a
Okay.
grassroots party because in the south of Europe, as Marcel said before, there are a lot of employment here in Italy. There are many people that is disappointed with the
Uh-huh.
path that politicians are taking. And this is a party recently, like in Greece, there are another two parties that is grassroots, as you are saying, that is join all the votes, people that is disappointed with with other parliament or other parties, and it becomes a tendency right now in the south of Europe. Many people are so discontented, so
Right.
disappointed with the big parties that we are trying to find another solution, another party to resolve our problems. That's the point. A
Right.
grassroots party could be.
Grassroots party is basically just a popular movement. There's not a lot of money involved. There's no backing, with a lot of money or there's no one with a lot of power. There's no one with a lot of money. It's more just people. People who are in agreement about something. Okay. All right. All right. Actually, it's kind of predictable, actually, that would happen, really, given the situation, honestly. Okay. Luo,
Yes.
hi. You're not in Europe.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Do you participate in elections?
No. Normally I don't do that because, as you know, I live in a communist country, so we don't have to do this kind of things. But something I want to say is, our leader is elected by some small group of the elite, and these guys are competed and very fierce competed. They are shrewd.
Okay.
So they are more, more. I mean, in China these days, when we are in a stage, we have to have some, good guys to make decision to others, because a lot of people are uneducated. They are very easy to influenced by someone. I mean, so in this stage, the people have to have a powerful government to make decisions for them. It's just a stage. But I believe in the future, in following the all citizens are educated and have independent thoughts, the situation will change. And yeah.
Okay. Okay. Let me a couple just pronunciation and to clarify. All right. Okay. The way the system exists now, the elites. Okay. I believe elites in the party, the elite higher up in the party. Everything I type comes up twice for some reason. I don't know why it's doing that. Anyway. Okay, so the elites are the ones responsible for basically voting people into power. So normal people in China don't really vote for anything, or do they vote for minor things, minor government offices?
Of course, there can, you can vote for lots of things, but the important decision has to make by important persons in the higher position. But so far so good. And in our country, as we are the one-party country, the most important thing is we have a good leader. So, I mean, so far so good is now following the Chinese, I mean, built the fourth generation's leader were good. So, if there are bad leader, I think the thing's totally wrong. You know, that's the difference than democracy, a democratic country. I mean, yeah.
Okay, but okay, are you trying to tell me that one-party rule ensures you don't have a bad leader? Because I don't really see that working out in North Korea too well, for example.
Well, North Korea is a family party, as far as I know, because I'm a Chinese. But our country isn't a family party.
Okay.
We have lots of competitor to do
Okay.
want to do this. Yeah.
All right. Still, I am not quite sure I follow the logic in saying that one-party rule with the people not allowed to be. You're putting a lot of faith in the elite. You're saying the elite are better than you at choosing the leader. Is that what I'm understanding?
Yes, of course. I mean,
I don't buy that.
if there are lots of people cannot think independently, it's a better choice.
People are stupid in your country. Is that what you're telling me?
Of course, yeah, as far as you know, we are just rich. We are just developed. We are in the period of developing. So and lots of uneducated people. They are lack of independence thinking.
Believe me, Luau. There are plenty of stupid people in America, but we allow them to vote.
All right. Okay.
Anyway, I'm pushing you a little bit, but I'm trying to get the idea of what the thinking is. All right, behind.
Yeah.
You know, one thing I have to tell you, and I have to tell all you people, one thing I really don't understand. There has been some elections recently, like in Syria and Sisi in Egypt. I just don't understand why they bother. Countries where the conclusion is foregone. It's an absolute duh, no kidding. Oh, the leader, the grand supreme leader has won 98% of the vote, 95%, 97%. Who cares? What is the point in having an election where it's already decided, where it's already been decided who is the leader? What is the point in propagandizing that this leader is popularly elected when nobody in their right mind who doesn't live under a rock doesn't understand that this leader was chosen? This is a weird thing about elections that I don't get. Maybe I don't get it. Ken, any insights to that?
Insight. I kind of the
Can you
mhm.
can you help me with that idea?
For
Why
what?
do totalitarian regimes
Mhm.
widely publicize and propagandize the election results, which are
maybe-
obvious? I predicted before the Egyptian election he would win by 95%, and he did. I'm a genius. Oh my God! No, come on. I can predict Assad will win by 98%, and he did. It's amazing. Oh, I'm a psychic. No, obviously not.
Yeah, kind of. It doesn't happen. It's kind of free election actually. Maybe some intentional thing happening beside that result, because 99% is pretty high rate. It's very unnatural. So nowadays it causes a reverse effect. In the past, if the information can cut it from the world, it could work. But the nowadays internet, kind of because of the internet or other kind of globalization kind of thing, internet is flow all over the world very quickly. So in that circumstances, such technique kind of such propaganda might cause a reverse effect.
Yeah.
In the past, maybe people
Right.
doesn't believe, such result. Actually, I guess so. Some people doesn't believe that. Yeah.
Frankly, in Egypt, I think it's causing a reverse effect.
Mhm.
Egyptians don't believe that. They think it's a crock. They could not even get 15% of the people to vote in Egypt. Forget it. They know it's all rigged, so it's pointless.
Right.
I don't know. You can't fool everyone forever. Is my point. But Ken, do
Mhm.
you vote over there
Yeah.
in Japan? There.
Yes,
Yeah.
I vote.
Mhm.
Usually, if unless I don't forget. Last election, the governor election, I intend to elect, but I completely forgot at that day. So I
Oops.
didn't vote last election. But yeah, I try to vote usually. Yeah.
Okay. Do most people in Japan think it's important to vote?
Actually, the kind of voting rate is getting lower. Actually,
Ah, really?
there's political apathy happening in Japan too. And
Really?
yeah, and nowadays ruling party it cannot keep the power without coalition. There are a lot of
Uh-huh.
small party and a kind of messy situation here. And prime minister changes every year, like Popster.
Flavor of the year.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so kind of it's not a perfect system, but as Churchill said, it's not perfect, but I don't find a better system than that.
Yeah.
Thanks
I
to you.
personally I have yet to see a perfect political system. I think it's kind of an oxymoron. There's no such thing.
Right.
Yeah. It's like saying a perfect human. How can there be a perfect political system when there's no such thing as a perfect human? Humans lie, cheat, steal, they're corrupt. Frankly, all in all, put it all together, humans are not a kind of an entity, a being that you could actually ever trust.
So I think in my observation, if so many people began to think or say the same thing, it should be dangerous because there's no checking,
Oh, wait, say that again.
Like 90% voted for
Ah,
the
yeah.
one president. That situation is dangerous because
Yeah.
we cannot check each other in such circumstance. Check and balance
It's
cannot work.
absurd.
Yeah.
I laugh when I see, do you know that, for example, Vladimir Putin won 146% of the vote? That's not even joking, that's totally, I'm not kidding. That was widely publicized. But how do you win more than 100% of the vote, You think about that. Okay, something is horribly awry. Okay, anyway, I mean, that's just a joke to me. That's just funny. Why actually publicize this information? You're making yourself look like a joke. It seems, I don't get the psychology of these leaders. I don't understand. Nader. Oh, Nader. Nader, you muted. Stop it, Nader. I know you're not doing it on purpose. You keep muting me instead of unmuting yourself, Nader. Naughty. Nader.
Sorry for that.
There you go. You silly man. What are you doing?
Because I am using my cell phone, so I find it a bit difficult.
Very funny. Actually, I thought it was funny. Yeah, I knew what was going on. I know you were. That's very funny. Okay, Nader, now help me out here. Hi. We're talking elections. I'm getting all fired up. Okay, in your country, Nader. All right. In
You
Saudi.
already talked about my country.
We did. When?
No. Originally, I am from Egypt.
You're from Egypt. Oh, originally you're from Egypt. Oh, right. Okay. Where are you now? You're not in
So
Egypt.
I live in Saudi Arabia.
Okay, I was
No,
thinking
I live in Saudi Arabia.
you live in Saudi, but you're originally from Egypt. Okay, all right. Okay. Well, what do you think about Egypt?
So
Do you think I'm full of malarkey or what?
now it's like a comic because we
It's like
had
a comic.
a real
Okay.
yes, because that last election, a few days ago, Sisi was announced to be the president with 96.9, so it's 97%,
Yes. Good job.
which is which which is not a surprise at all, as you said. We all expected it, but because nobody wanted to go against him. That one, his only rival went because they needed someone to be against him. Either way, it was not. It wouldn't be an election at all.
Right.
So the problem for me was not the percentage, because we all expected the percentage, but the problem is the number of voters. They said it's like 23 million.
Right.
Or maybe more. So it was like 47% of the total voters.
47%, which is still, even their official numbers. That's the official.
This is the official number, which doesn't make much sense, since it was supposed to be 2 days elections. They made it 3 days because they didn't find anyone to go there. Or they didn't find the numbers they needed, because this 1 year ago we had that debate whether Sisi came with a coup or revolution.
Yeah, right.
So they needed legitimacy.
That's right.
So he had to go for the elections, but that last president got 51% of the total voters, that Mohamed Morsi, and they needed, for sure, they needed a greater number, and they needed a greater number of voters, because last time it was like 40% of the total voters, so it must be more. So this man has greater legitimacy, because this gives him what he needs. So they needed two things. They needed a big number of people, and they needed big percentage to actually he's popular. He's very popular in Egypt, to be honest. That's Sisi. But okay, if it's like 60% of people go for him. For me, as what I see, to be honest, if it's a fair election, he will get at least 60%. But this 97% is kind of a joke for me. But for me, it's not a surprise, because his rival, he has no. He doesn't have a lot of fans, at least in the meantime.
Yeah, his rival is a write-in, right? Mickey Mouse.
That's it. He's a puppet. Spoiled votes like 4%, and he got like 3%.
Okay.
It was an insult.
Right. Okay. Spoiled votes, incorrect, wrong, didn't follow the instructions, wrong votes. Spoiled votes is what Nader's talking about. Happens in every election. Some people don't know how to follow simple instructions, so they don't do it correctly. Those are spoiled votes. So the spoiled votes got more votes than the his opponent. Okay. Oh, wow. Incredible. Yeah, okay. But, all right. Yeah, that was kind of amazing to me, that they extended the voting period to 3 days. It's unbelievable. And, it was in all the news that, in fact, people were kind of being threatened or cajoled to, in fact, oh, we're going to impose fines if you don't vote.
500 Egyptian pound.
500, yeah,
500
right.
Egyptian pound.
That's it.
It's like 100, like less than $100, but you know the joke. They give the first day was a normal day, then they give the second day as an off day, so people go to the elections. Then they said, oh, those people are lazy. They took the off day and they stayed at home. So the third day will be a normal day, but those people will have to go to election.
Okay.
You know,
That's
it's
logical. No,
big silly show.
yeah. Oh, wow. That's just wild. So it kind of reminds me, if you've heard the English expression, if a tree falls in the forest and there's nobody there, is there really a sound? So what happens if they hold an election and nobody votes? Are there really any more politicians? I wonder. Is there a government? We should all try that. Let's just, none of us vote in any more elections ever. Yes, anarchy, Carmen. Anarchy, yes! I'm for it. Hi, Carmen. Talk to me about
Hi.
your support, your great support of anarchy.
I think, I mean, I personally don't vote, or at least have not done in the last years, because of the huge disappointment I feel towards the
Oh, oops.
Okay, so
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I'm kind of disappointed, and we have these two parties that seems like you only have two options, like in US a little bit.
Uh-huh.
Even if you vote to any other party, you know that is not going to have enough votes to actually, I mean, do anything. So yeah, it is a big disappointment over here. When I vote, it has been kind of to kick out, not because I was completely convinced with the party, but to kick out the other party, which was ruling at the current moment. But yeah, I think, I mean, we should go. The feeling over here in my country is politicians should just get lost. We really have that desire, because yeah, I mean, they are not doing good at all. They are shameless creatures, really.
I love that. They should just get lost.
Yeah,
Just
all
make
of them.
themselves lost. I wonder how many of us would agree with that. How many of us, the last time we voted, did we vote not for a platform or for an idea, but actually we voted against somebody else? You know, Carmen, you mentioned that the two-party system, which has largely turned into a failure in the United States, basically people in the United States, that's the way they don't vote for somebody, they vote against one party or against somebody. It's kind of, I don't know, it's become kind of backwards thinking. You're
Yeah,
not,
it is bad, because at the end of the day you are giving your vote to someone who is not representing you neither. So,
yeah.
but otherwise you are out of the system. You don't have more options.
Mm-hmm. Right, okay. Yeah. So, you know, it gets very confusing. I mean, talking to Ken, a little bit of the problem in Japan is there's maybe too many parties. Or did I misinterpret that, Ken? Or there's the power is
Yes,
spread out with too many parties.
kind of, you know, the kind of LDP is the ruling party here. They came back to after the Liberal Party, Democrat Party got the resume. After that, you know, backlash happened, and earthquake, tsunami, and nuclear power plant accidents happened. So a lot of things happened. So people's feeling Democrat Party is not reliable. So they shifted to the kind of LDP. But the LDP in the past covers a lot of different opinions from the liberal to conservative. But now the LDP turned to be like a conservative party. So yeah, Japanese liberals doesn't find a specific party to support. So a lot of small party, built up, a new party built up, and a bit messy situation here.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wonder if is it a good thing or a bad thing? Well, I don't know. It's interesting that you said the party used to have a very broad base of opinions, going left and right and centrist.
Yeah.
I didn't even know a political party could do that.
Yeah, it's a kind of a Japanese twisted democracy. Maybe in Western world, maybe such kind of party doesn't exist. I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't know that was allowed. I kind of like that as a concept. Yeah. Okay. Marcel, let's go. Let's take it back to Marcel here. Marcel, okay, we were talking for a while about the new parties in Spain. What are the old parties? Is it? I question if Europe is like, I don't know. America basically, okay, is very stereotypical, but of course the political parties have been stereotyped, right? And you probably already know this. The United States, it's Republican, conservative against those Democrat liberals, all right? Very stereotyped. Are the government political parties stereotyped in Spain, is what I wanted to ask.
Well, these parties were created when we started more or less our democracy in Spain. Okay, but it's an old school. There are no young people. The most important people in this kind of party, it's people who work as a politician maybe for more than 30 years ago, more or less. I think we need to change. Oh. We need to change that people, because they have old way to think. I think they are not adapted to the new situation. They have, I don't know what they have, but they don't fix any problem. When they do a new law, for example, this law it's worse than the last one. It's horrible. It's horrible.
Oh my God.
We need to change our politicians, but all our politicians, not just a few. No. A lot of them.
You raised another interesting question here. Hang on a second. Copanto?
Yes.
Are you there? Oh,
yes,
look at that.
Hey.
Hey, hi there. Okay.
Yes, I had to change my mic because the first one I haven't used for a long time. Now I think it's okay.
Yeah, now you're okay. Yes. What is your name? How should I?
No, my name is Antonio.
Antonio. Well, that's.
Yes.
Thank you.
Antonio and Coppola, the surname.
I see. Well, Antonio, welcome to the class. Yes, and it's
okay.
Marcel's right. Sounds terrific. Sounding good. Really good. Okay. Where are you from, Antonio?
I'm from Italy. I'm from Italy, the south of Italy.
Okay.
Near Naples.
Okay. Another country with a wonderful democratic process. Wait,
I hope so. I hope so, really.
Yeah. Okay.
We just had the European election
yes, you did.
Last week.
Did you vote, Antonio?
Yes, I voted. I voted, and I think that the to vote is very, very important. So I'm used to vote every election.
Okay, very good. And were you happy with the outcomes of the election, at least as far as Italy is concerned, for your EU representatives?
Yes. I had that who I voted was the winner. So I was happy with the result of this last election.
Okay, worked for you. Okay, that's good. Okay. Is there anything about the, not just Italy, but the entire... See, I'm very ignorant. Excuse my Americanism here, but I'm very ignorant how this European Union...
Yes, but I think that the European Union could be something like is the USA, because we are a lot of different nations, and all together we vote for a parliament. The difference is that we don't vote for a president, but we vote for a parliament, and the parliament, the European Parliament, at the end will say who is the, not the president, but I can say a prime minister.
Prime minister? Is there a prime minister? Okay,
a sort of prime minister of the European Communion.
What do they call that guy? What is?
It could be Schulz, or it could be another. This is the last election was the first election, the first European election where where you can choose also the prime minister, a sort of prime minister, even if at the end the prime ministers of each nation can say who is the prime minister, who will be the prime minister.
Oh, okay.
So it's just an intention that you had with this last election, but it's not sure that it will be who you voted.
Okay.
Sorry for my English.
No. Your English is fine. I'm just trying to follow the idea that your English is fine. Believe me, I would correct you.
Thank you.
Thank you, and thank you for fixing your microphone. Really. Yeah. Okay. It's very interesting. I'm sort of really confused about how much power does the EU really have. Obviously, it does have power to kind of divide up the money, which
yeah. This is that. Yeah, I think this is the first thing to understand among European people, that we have to stay together and don't do things only at our business. Because, for example, in this last election, there were a lot of anti-European parties that had a good, I can say, a good performance. Yeah.
A good what?
A good performance. A good, had unexpected. Yes, performance. Yeah, and so I think it's not a good thing, because I really want that the European nations stay together.
Okay.
For example.
All right. This is, again, Europe is so weird to me sometimes. Okay, I hear what you're saying, but I imagine. United States Senator running on the platform, I'm against the United States. That doesn't make any sense at all. He would never have a prayer.
Yeah.
He would have absolutely zero votes.
Yeah, yes, that's true. That's true. But the difference is that, for example, the first thing and very important thing is that United States is a nation with only one language. Instead, European nation is a nation with a lot of different languages, and this is the first thing that we have to think about. And also, we had a lot of wars before the First War, where French against England, French people against English people, Spanish people against French people, German, and so on. And so there are a lot of old, I can say, war in the past that I think that they are something difficult to forget. All right. Instead, in the USA, there were just one war, the war that was between the North State and South State, if I remember well.
Yeah. You know, if I can make an observation about my own country, about America, the Civil War is the only war where Americans really care about, really remember, and it's important about remembering who fought who and why. The hundreds of other wars in which we Americans have fought everyone on Earth sooner or later, and if we haven't gotten to your country, we'll get to you sooner or later, okay? You're on the list, all right? For those of you who haven't fought America yet, we'll get to you later, okay? But seriously, we're going to forget about fighting you, and we'll be your best friend in 2 weeks after the war ends. Japan, we embrace you. We love you. No problem. We had a knockdown, drag-out fight half a century ago, but we don't care. We'll be your best friend now. We love you.
Yeah.
We don't care in the United States. The United States and Vietnam about to have some binding economic and possibly even military pacts coming up. America just doesn't really care. Once we're done, once the fight's over, we can be best friends. We're like that crazy guy in a bar who wants to fight you and then wants to buy you a drink. That's America, okay, Antonio? The crazy guy in a bar.
Okay.
Yes. Yes, Carmen.
I have this question in my head all the time. I've seen a huge difference between the spirit of American day-by-day people, Americans, and the external politics, international politics of American governments. I have the feeling that people is extremely open, nice, like they really respect, like they are really down to help you. And on the other hand, they have such an aggressive input towards the rest of the world. They have that idea they should be the police, the international police, and the international ruler of the world. And I would like you, if you could explain me, how is that possible? There is this huge imbalance between the goodness I've seen in American people and this ambition and completely out of the unthinkable attitude of the American government.
Well, it's very simple. Americans are insane. They send all the crazy people from Europe on boats across the Atlantic Ocean, and then they bred for a couple hundred years. Okay, so that's what happens when you send crazy people to live by themselves for 200 years, Carmen.
all the thieves and all the people who were persecuted went there.
That's right, because of their insane religious beliefs, because they wanted to worship a toad or something crazy. They went to the United States, and there you go. Now you know. No. To be more serious about your question, I'm not sure actually, Carmen, if it was self-fulfilling prophecy or external pressures, but the whole world's police thing, believe me, that is an ongoing battle that rages not only in the schools, you will hear, I heard many the argument in the university about exactly this thing. In the schools, in a person's family, in the workplace, in the government, all over, this argument goes back and forth. The truth is that they are, I think Americans are fundamentally good, and they think everyone on earth, not just Americans, deserve a fair shake, so to speak. And it kind of makes us angry when there are countries that don't allow their people a fair chance. The people don't have any chance at all. What I hate is that they say that, they give lip now they give lip service to that, but as long as corporate America, businesses make money, then we don't care how they treat their people, honestly. Frankly, there's a very wide gap between the rich and the poor, and you have corporate America and the truly rich people who basically really run everything, that decide all political who we're going to invade next, and who we're going to, when we're just going to allow things to happen. We don't care about that revolution, or it's not the people at all. Not at all. Do you ever see opinion polls about, for example, Iraq, or when we invaded Iraq, or when what should we do about Syria? The opinion polls of what the people say and what the government does are not really aligned very well.
I know that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess it's because this bipartisanship, or that you only can vote to one or to other. At the end of the day, the will of people has no representation on the government.
Sad, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very simple, actually. I can explain it to you extremely simply. It's like this. Basically, every politician knows this, and probably just as much in Europe as in the United States. It takes money to get elected. You don't have, the more money you have, the better chance you have of being elected. Okay? Once you're elected, you have power, and power means more money. Who has the money? Well, the military-industrial complex, thank you, Ken, the pharmaceutical companies, the gas and oil companies, the energy companies, and, of course, let's not forget Wall Street and Goldman Sachs and Smith Barney and all those wonderful, fun-loving fellows who basically, you know, they failed in 2008, and the United States government just gave them money. Too big to fail, if you remember that. Do you think regular American citizens were for that? I cannot believe there wasn't an open revolution, actually. I really can't believe Americans would put up with that. That's ridiculous. So if my business fails because of my sheer incompetence, that's it. Too bad for you. But
I think Americans... Sorry, Oakley. I think Americans are too busy working all day. That's the problem.
I think you're right.
They have to work so much they cannot even think about it.
True. That's another good point. Yeah, you're definitely right. Yeah, they do. Yeah, but Carmen, you're right. There's a big disconnect between what the government does and how American people feel. You're absolutely correct. But anyway, I don't know. That may or may not be true. But you know, yeah, it could be worse. You know, at least in America, to some degree, the politicians have to care about what the people say. But I don't know. To some degree, anyway. We could keep on going in this class for hours and hours, but I can't do that, and we're already over time, and I'm cutting into the next teacher's hour. So I have to go, but thanks a lot. Bye-bye. Bye, Marcy.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
See you, Ken. Bye, Carmen. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. All right. Bye-bye.